Alright guys, I'm outside Oya. Thought I'd show a video on how to, do Titan runs whilst doing solo, because that's usually all I ever play. And everything seems to be bug PG. Wish there was a video like this when I first started doing it, but love the interdictions. I'm just boosting directly out of it. Poop on those guys.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I've got a crate Mark II. My thrusters have only been engineered level 3 drag drive, so not the fastest, but fast enough. For my loadout, I've got let's get in here first. I've got 4 fire groups.
Hull integrity compromised.
All 4 fire groups are prefixed with a secondary beam laser that's thermal vent. First fire group is the torpedo. Second are my 3C missile racks. Third is my caustic sink, and the fourth is my repair limpet. If you want to build, I could throw it in the Discord, or if I make this a video on YouTube or something, I'll put it in there, the EDSY link. So start off, here I am. I just dropped in. Open my hard points. I want to switch to my caustic because, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of caustic. If you're not sure where to go, that dot likes to jump around a lot, but that's kind of an indicator of where the center is. I like to, look for that and then look for red. Lots of red. So I will go all the way full tilt. I continuously boost while keeping my pointers as far away from those mines as possible. The reason I continuously boost is because I want to get there as soon as possible, using as little caustic sinks as possible, in as little time as possible. And the longer you take, the more of those pulses will come off that you'll have to negate with your pulse neutralizer.
Warning, caustic damage detected. Taking damage.
And my caustic damage is maxed out, so I'll pop a caustic sink. Something I gotta watch for, something I'm really bad at. When you get closer to the center, the flashing red becomes just one big red bulbous cloud. That's what you're going towards. That's also the thing that's going to turn green and let you know when the pulse comes out. Caustic sink full again, pop it. If we can get to the center with 80% or more, I'll be happy. Health. There's the green. You hear the noise. I'm popping my thing now, and I'm holding it down the whole time until it's completely empty. See, the sys is completely empty in there. Okay, popping another caustic sink and boosting again. That should hopefully be the only and last time I have to deal with it. I'm not worried about heat damage right now. I'm not worried about being so hot somebody sees me, because there's nothing out here in these clouds except for the mines. Sometimes I hit a mine because I'm boosting and I'm going so hot. No big deal. You spin around, you look for the center, you push in. You might get disoriented. Just kind of look around, look for red lightning, and especially look for these rocks. That's how you know you're getting towards the center. There's my 4th caustic sink, and it's likely the last one I'll have to pop. Continuing to boost towards the center. One thing to note, once you get towards the center, when you see the red light, that's not where Oya is. That's out. You want to go towards the darker portion. It's like green and poopy. Eventually, Oya will pop, the Titan will pop up, in this case Oya. You hear it farting there. So I'm officially inside. I'm not going to worry about any more dark pulses. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a regular heatsink. I only have one heatsink, one caustic sink. That's all you need. So I'm running cold now. There it is. So what I like to do is I don't like to go to the edge of the asteroid belt. I'll stop just before the edge of the asteroid belt. In solo, it doesn't matter as much. You're just kind of trying to avoid the mobs for now. In multiplayer, it is a big issue because of those electromagnetic pulses that come out after you attack the central hub thing, and those can be wide, and you gotta stay back. But for now, just kind of hide behind a rock. Nothing should see me. And I'm going to go ahead and pop off any repair limpets I need to do. And if you've got AFMU and you need to fix your modules, you do that. Clear up any caustic sinks you want to clear up. I'm personally going to clear it up because it's so tall. It's so full that, if I get some caustic, I'm not going to realize it's full right away because, again, I'm bad at, watching my caustic sink level. There's Oya, in case you haven't seen a Titan. This is what it looks like. I'm going to just inch out to peek at it. So at the top you got lots of individual pointy pokey things, and at the bottom you got this big central hub sticking out where it looks like a whole bunch of fingers curled together. That's like the main dock for ships to exit and enter, I guess. But that's what I like to call the bottom. That big central finger circle ring hub. That's the bottom. There are about 8 to 10 buttholes on the bottom, spread out. There's one on my cursor there, and then there's another one, and between them are these hook-like knuckle things. You see the buttholes open now. At this point when I'm healing up, I kind of like to pick out which one I'm going for. It doesn't matter. I'm going to pick this one because it's closest. I don't see anything relatively close. There's something off to my left. You look at my radar off to my left and below me, and there's something just slightly to the right and a little bit below me. I don't know how far that is, but that's the one I'm trying to avoid. So we'll go that way. I'm fully healed off right now. I'm going to switch my repair limpets because, most likely going to do that before anything. You'll notice my pips are set at 1, 3.5, 3.5. You don't really need sys once you're in here, but I like to keep one just in case, something shuts down. You got enough sys for it to kick back on sometimes. Eng 2.5 because you're going to be speeding around the horn, shooting as many torpedoes into buttholes as you can, and WEP to keep your laser going. There is also some sort of issue with this, or some sort of bonus with this configuration where when you're shooting a laser at something biological or an enemy or something, the Titan, and you're in silent running, you'll continuously cool down with this configuration. I found if you go more on engine or WEP, or I'm not even sure what it is, at some point you'll start heating up even if you're shooting your thermal vent beam laser at it. Speaking of which, silent running, if you haven't used it before, it basically closes off the vents of your engine so that your craft runs silenter. However, it will build up heat because you're not evacuating any of the exhaust. I believe the default key for that is the delete key. I'm going to go ahead and press that now. Actually, I'm not going to. Those are one of the secondary docks where the ships come out, and you can see something come out of that. I'm going to wait till that gets out and goes away and shuts. In fact, because of that, I'm actually going to switch to that butthole. Just because I can. Now, press my delete key to do silent running, and I will go forward, being knowledgeable of how close I am to it and readying my laser to cool me down. I am close enough for it to cool me down. I'm silent running and I'm cooling down with the laser at the same time. I'm not worried about the butthole opening now. What I am worried about is getting into position. You could do your first run straight away if you happen to time it like this. For reasons I will mention as soon as I get settled. Right behind the butthole. Stopping my thrust and side thrusting. And I'm right behind the butthole. I like to back up just a little bit. Give it a little taparoo. Not a big deal. Tilt downward. And that's what you'll see when it opens. So you're kind of stuck. You're kind of here. You're in silent running, and you're shooting your laser, staying at a clean 1%. Now, mind you, in this particular build that I'm running with all of my stuff on, my power plant is low emissions thermal spread. So it idles at 17-ish percent heat. So if I took this off and didn't do silent running, I'd be running at 17, which is probably good. Uh, I have had instances where I was just sitting here and something sees me and goes, "Hey, what the hell are you doing there?" and starts shooting at me. Which brings me to my next point. If you're getting shot at, generally it's when you're doing this opening entrance into Titan, when you're setting up to hide behind the butthole for the first time, coming across the gap between the asteroids. That's the most, you're most likely to get attacked then. I'm going to switch to my fire group with the nanite torpedoes to prepare for this next run. It's okay if you get it done late, especially if you're not getting attacked that hard. They're not going to pile it on, especially if you're silent running and shooting a laser. They're going to miss you a bit. They'll definitely hit you. But if you can manage to take it until the butthole opens, you can do a run, and the run should sort of reset it, technically speaking. They'll chase after you, you'll do your run, you'll get up top, you shoot the thing, you come back down, they'll be like, where the hell did he go? What was all that running around? Crazy bastard. But here we go. So I will target it first so that it locks on. I'll turn off my silent running, shoot my first missile in there, and I missed it, of course, so I'm going to shoot it again. I'll just pretend that hit, even if it didn't hit. And I'm going to boost. Constantly boosting to the next butthole. Target, lockdown fire, more boost, more boost, more boost. Yeah, some of them little red guys might start firing at you from up above you. No big deal. You're gonna take a couple percent damage. Nothing to cry about. Nothing you can't heal while you're hiding behind a butthole. This might be the last one I can get. Hey, there's the red thing shooting at me. I don't care about them. I am completely ignoring them. Buttholes are shut. Switching to my missile group. I'm going around the horn. I'm thrusting downward so that I'm not really scraping the tires as I come over. And I will boost forward once. And turn around and boost upwards because, you know, human beings like to do up and down. There it is. Don't go too high. Fire the laser, start shooting my missiles. Slow down a little bit. But the thing is, as you get closer, you want to start boosting upwards with the R key. So that you're kind of going to end up above this pylon when it goes down. Time it right. See there it lights up. Now I'm going to stop all thrust and I'm going to back up with the S key. So you're dead center. And if you need to, you know, thrust upward R or downward F to kind of get dead center, you can. Stop about there. You don't have to be super high. You just got to be dead center perpendicular to this thing. And then you won't get hit by this thing. The electric storm. Lays to cool down if you like. And at this point, kind of check your surroundings on your radar. Which direction are there less enemies? So it looks like there's some straight down and behind me, which would be on the other side. So I'm going to go forward once this is done. I'm going to go that way. And I'm going to go between a couple of the wheels. Being cognizant of my heat. If I need to shoot, I'll shoot. But once I start getting close, I'm going to thrust upward with the R key, so as I turn downwards, I'll go around the horn instead of coming to a dead stop and skidding the tires and going forward. We'll pass the secondary dock, which is right there, and the butthole should be right there. Full thrust stop with the X key, turn around. I'm thrusting leftward and upward with my Q and R keys respectively to get behind the butthole. And I want to get high enough so just in case something pops its head out, at least I got the butthole between me and it. Silent running, laser.
Silent running.
Complete stop. Is at this point I could then switch to my, and this is why I like to have my lasers on secondary for all of them. I could hold down the laser and switch fire groups, repair. Switch fire groups to an nanite torpedo in order to prepare for the next run. Once you've gotten to this point and you've done a run, you're pretty much set. I've almost never been attacked after that. Even if I've been attacked the first time out, you discombobulate them with that first run I just did, and they're looking up top. You're like, where did this guy go? This son of a... And by that time, you're running cold almost constantly, except for the run around the horn, the torpedo. And you're running in silent mode, lasing the side of the butthole, keeping cool. So, am I running silent? Yes, I was. Okay.
Silent running.
And that's it. Rinse and repeat. Here we go. Turn off my silent running. Don't forget that, otherwise you're going to be running hot going around the horn. Under the knuckle, boosting as we go. Once you click on the target, you don't have to face it. You can start turning, just wait till it locks on, and then fire. And it'll turn back around and, you know, fire and forget, so to speak. That's how you get the most of them. I've never actually counted how many of these fuckers I did. Is that 3 or 4? Well, that's 4 or 5. I think it's 5. Could be wrong. That should be 5 or 6, and the last one I should be able to get. This buddy should be closed by the time I get there. Yep. Switch group, slow down, F key to thrust downward as I'm turning, so I'm not squealing the tires around the corner. Forward thrust, and I will boost one time as I spin and thrust upward with the R key to get to the center before, you know, it goes away. And start shooting. Just check your speed here. Go like half speed, full speed, something like that. Slow down a little bit. Start thrusting upward. Slow down a little bit more. Thrust upward. Thrust upward. Thrust upward. There, lit up so it's going down, so I'm going to stop thrusting upward and thrust backward. Lasing to top me off of my coolness. That's good enough. You don't have to be super far from it. In fact, you could technically be right in that circle probably, as long as you're not touching it. You know, get it, depending on how close you were, but I like to be far enough away from it. If for nothing, then I've known the habit of me doing it has not led to aggro. So you see stuff is upward on my radar, so I'm going to go downward, which is this way. Spin around because human beings like to believe the ground is below them? Just normal? Yeah, okay. He's shooting stuff at me, whatever. I'll pretend it hurts. Thank you for that. That was my early birthday present, even though my birthday isn't for like several months. Secondary dock, completely come to a stop, turn around, buttholes to my right, thrusting leftward and upward simultaneously. As you get used to this, you can do silent running and start lasing before you even get into place. See, there's a guy on my right that sees me, or below me, should I say. On the radar, he kind of sees me. Now he's firing at me. So if there is a way that I could get anything... Don't hit the wall. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Oh, was that... Oh, I did tap it. So I can get it between me and him. That'd be awesome. If not, I'll have to do some... See, yeah, it's a glaive too. So there we go. I'm gonna kind of circle as he goes. Use the butthole to hide from this fucker. Just at the very least until this happens. And make sure my silent running is off. And boost the hell out of here. If for nothing, to get the hell away from that, that little bastard. Down to like 60% and be alright. Do a bit of healing. If we get set up again, you know, where nothing sees us this time, we could bypass a run, and instead of doing a run, just stay there and heal more. Buttholes are closed. Go up and over, switching fire groups. Checking my caustic because I'm really bad at that. A single boost forward while flipping around. Because again, humans like to see ground below them. At this point, the glaive's like, where did that son of a go? My god, he was just there. You could technically even maybe do silent running right now. I haven't improved upon it too much though, so. Okay, backwards thrust. I said backwards thrust, thank you, have a nice day. There's only 700 grand, it was kind of a crappy round, but now we're getting glaives, so pay more attention to where everything is. So we got a bunch of stuff below me, which is back that way, above me, so maybe right there? All that stuff seems to be above the dude. All that, you know what, that's, let me go this way, maybe, yeah. There's one guy that's like low there, but I don't really know what pops those off to shoot. I don't know if it's a certain degree of heat or a certain distance away from them. Most of the time I usually don't get hit by them. Something about last time. Slow my thrust down, stop it, get behind the butthole, silent run straight away, because I do not want to deal with another glaive. Yep. Switch to my repair and start repairing. And that's actually quite rare it is something saw me like that. Maybe 1 in 10, 1 in 20 runs. I'll get that happening. So, instead of going the next time this butthole pops off, I'll continue staying here and healing. Or repairing, whatever. As long as I don't get seen again, which I shouldn't. It doesn't look like there's anything below me. Everything's above me here, so. Me and this big titan between me and it. But, yeah, rinse and repeat. That's about it. Any questions, comments, or definitely suggestions, let me know, please. I'm always down for experimenting and trying out new shit in this game. Until then, I will catch you ladies and gentlemen later. Peace!